Hello, Premium Club. Hope everyone is doing great. I just want to intimate you guys on something I want to start on the Premium Club. I don't know how long it's going to go for, but then I believe it's needed for now. And we were meant to have had our group meet, but for a while I was having issues with my mic, so I couldn't organize a group meet. But when I got this fixed, I had a particular subject matter I wanted to talk about. But then something started happening. I started getting messages from people. You understand? A lot of people on the group about their state of mind at this time when things seem uncertain, especially here in Nigeria. I know it's a global thing, but then, especially here in Nigeria, I got a lot of messages from people here in Nigeria talking about their struggle with this gloominess in the air and the uncertainty and fear and doubt about the future. And for me, there was just no way I could have that group meet talking about something else and ignoring this elephant in the room. So I just decided I was not going to have a group meet anymore. So for the next few days, I don't know how few these days are, but let's see how long it goes for. I will I'll be sending a message to the group to help us get our minds in the right place, because I believe that's more important than any other message right now. A message of hope, message of direction, a message that illuminates your mind. I don't even know what I'm going to be saying, but I really believe that's what we need right now, and that's what I want to try to give you guys a dose of it every day as much as possible. Now, for those who have been on the group for quite a while now, I did this in was it 2021 or so, or 22? I can't remember that I did a message every day. We did that for a while. But then I stopped for some reasons because I wasn't feeling like there was a connection anymore. Maybe those were my thoughts, but I felt like it was time to stop. So for this one, I would just say I feel led to do it right now. I don't know about stopping, but I don't want us to focus on that. I feel we need that. You understand? Our pill of hope vitamins every single day. And some will be advice, some would be experiences I will share, some will just be prayer. I'll just pray with you that day and we'll go from there. So it's going to take different forms. Some will be very short, some might be long. Take time to listen to it. If some of you don't have time, don't worry, you can always get back to it whenever you want to. Some of you want to listen at the end of the week, that's fine. Do it at your pace. But I advise everyone to listen. Very important. You need it now. More important than clients, more important than, business. Your mind. Because I realize that the era we are in right now, the devil's biggest strategy is discouragement. I truly believe something good is about to happen. Something incredibly good. The devil knows something incredibly good is about to happen, but then he can't stop it from happening. But he can stop you from seeing it by getting you discouraged before it happens. I truly believe that those who are able to survive these hard times are going to see something very good happen. You understand? But a lot of people will give up before it happens. And I don't want it to be any of you guys. You understand? I don't want to be any of you guys. So I'm going to try to give you a message of hope every single day. I'll try as much as possible as God inspires me. I think what I want to talk about today is the fact that we need to play a more active role in guarding our minds. We need to play more active a role in guarding our minds. You cannot leave your mind open and expect for rodents and weeds not to grow there, rodents to infest it and stuff like that. You cannot leave your mind open and not expect the enemy to take the chance to get in. You need to be intentional about your mind. Very, very intentional. And this is the time that block button was created for. That block button on all apps, block this, restrict this. This time was created for. You need to use it. Block, restrict, unfollow. You understand? Very important. Use it now. Now is the time to use it. Now. You need to be very, very, it's not a time to be curious. It's time to curate. You understand? Curate your content. Sieve it very well. See the ones you want. Your associations, the people you need, the people you don't need. If anybody's putting stuff out there that is putting fear in you, fear, you understand? Read it immediately. Put them on hold. You understand? For it, just put them on hold till we get over this hump. If there's anybody on your timeline, on your WhatsApp status, whose job is to put up daily price of things and put up updates on exchange rate and stuff like that, and about the government and stuff, you want to think of muting those people, blocking them, unfollowing. Very important. It's not a time to be curious. It's not a time to be curious. I'm telling you, you need to guard your mind. Only you can do that. It's not a time to be curious. Because misery likes company. Misery likes company. I'll tell you that for free. Misery likes company. And there are a lot of miserable people out there with keypads and internet connection and microphones and podcasts and iPhones to record videos. You need to be careful of them. They were miserable before these challenges came up. And now these challenges have come up and it has helped them to amplify their misery. I'll say it again. They were miserable before this challenge came up. Now this challenge has allowed them to print an IV to invite you to their misery party. Do not take that IV. You understand? And I'm very serious about this. You need to be very, very intentional. That's why this is the first thing I'm starting with. Misery likes company. Misery likes company. They don't want to die alone. They want you guys to die together. And I'll tell you about an experience I had when I was younger. I've not told too many people this experience, but I'll tell you guys. When I was very young, I think I was like maybe 8, 9, 8, 9 years old. I think still in primary school. But then I wasn't doing well in school. Most of you know that. I've said that a lot of times. I wasn't doing well in school. Well, just not doing well at all. And my sisters were doing well. My cousins, everybody I knew was doing well. I was just constantly failing in school. And so my parents were always kind of disappointed in me and stuff like that. So I hated holidays because holidays was when, at least the first few weeks of holidays, was when everybody was talking about their result. Oh, what did you come? Oh, what did you come? Oh, and I hated it. You understand? I hated the first few weeks of holidays because then it exposed my failure. You understand? So everybody was always talking to me. I'll be with someone and say, what position do you come? The person say, I came first. Tola, what did you come? I came 32nd. No, Tola, you need to improve in school. That's not good. How's this? That kind of thing. And it always made me feel bad. So I hated holidays. I actually hated holidays. And I hated school too. So there was never any respite. I didn't like going on holidays and I didn't like going to school. So for me, it was a time of some type of misery. You understand? That why children, when they tell you they're not happy, you need to take it important. They feel those emotions too. I felt some misery at that point. I felt like nothing. I felt like nothing. I felt tired. You understand? I felt, why am I even here? I'm not important. I'm not smart. So I felt discouraged and disillusioned. I felt I'm just taking up space. I'm not important. You understand? I'm a failure. I used to use that word failure. And I realized there was a program called Some Mothers Do Have Them. And the guy with the key character was a guy called Frank Spencer. And he was a guy that disaster just followed everywhere. He failed at every single thing he did. And I loved that program because I identified with that guy. I said that's me. That's me when I grew up, Frank Spencer. You understand? And you see, you can see how the devil can play with your mind because he knew I had this future. He knew there was something bright coming in my future, but he wanted to stop me from getting there. You understand? He wanted to discourage me. So one of those days, we had gone to a family. We had gone for a family vacation with my cousins to Ife then, the campus, because the campus was so beautiful then. People used to go there for holiday. So we went there for holiday, and we went with my cousins. and just for a family holiday for a few days or so. And I remember the first night when people were asking, "How was your result? How did you come?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm so depressed that first night." And I woke up the next morning. My cousin was in the parlor, and we were playing together. But my mind was still on yesterday and how people bashed me about how bad I did in school. And I felt tired of life. And somebody just told me I should tell my cousin, let's go and take knives in the kitchen, and let's stab ourselves. So I told him, you know what? I told my cousin, let's life is so hard and so unfair, and we are so unhappy. Let's go and take a knife in kitchen. I'll give you one and give you, and I'll take one, and we'll stab ourselves. I'll count and we'll both stab ourselves. And I was serious. I was serious. And I remember when I was telling him, he didn't fail in school. He was doing well. But then I told him life was unfair to both of us. I sold it to him that life was unfair. Let's both end it and kill ourselves, stab ourselves. In my mind, there was some seriousness, but I didn't know the gravity of death. But I just knew, I was tired of being around here. You understand? I knew in my mind, even as a child then. And funny enough, there was a house help there that was listening to us. And then she ran to the room to call one of the parents, and she rushed out and she she quelled everything. She was like, no, no, just told us, what are we doing? Stuff like that and stuff. And I think I never gone to go and take the knives by then self. And she just called my parents. Everybody came out, and that holiday stopped that day. We got there the day before. The next day, everybody went to their house. And I felt so terrible that I'd ruined everybody's holiday. Everybody went back from Ife to Lagos. Something we had planned to spend like 4 or 5 days. We spent only one night, and we all went back. And my parents spoke to me. They were like, oh, why do you want to do this? Do you know what it's like to die? Do you know the whole journey? They were just talking to me, but I wasn't hearing anything because I knew how I felt. Now, um, where I'm going with this is the fact that misery likes company. I was miserable. Before that holiday, I was miserable. It wasn't that holiday. I was miserable up until that time. But when I told my cousin, let's start by ourselves, why did I need his company? Why was I trying to get company with me? Because misery likes company. And the same thing is happening right now. Some people broke up with the people they loved 10 years ago. They've been trying to take their lives, but they haven't seen an opportunity to get company. Now, the price of dollar has gone up, an opportunity to get company. They want you to be that company. I'm not saying these things that are happening are not real, but I'm saying they're not enough to make you give up on life. People are making it more serious than it is. I'm not saying not serious, but more serious than it is. It is not worth your life. You understand? My cousin that day was not miserable enough to stab himself, even if I felt that way. But I made him believe that. You understand? And somebody's trying to do that to you. You need to block. You need to mute. You need to unfollow. Not because you don't like them, not because of that, but because you want to protect your own mind. Please be intentional about protecting your mind. There's nothing more important than your mind at this time. Misery likes company. The other day, I was talking to my friend from South Africa. We talk every month. We have an agreement talk every month. Very one of those relationships I like. When I was talking to him, he said, "You know what, Tola? I have a rule now. It's called the one strike rule. One strike rule. One strike. You put up a post on any social media that I feel pressures me, makes me scared, makes me feel my life is not going well. I block you immediately. One strike." And we laughed about it, but after the call, I thought about it, and it was serious. One strike. I used to give people 3, 4 strikes before. One strike, because I need to protect myself. Last year was a very depressive year for me because I allowed people pressure me constantly. And then after the call, to show how serious, he showed me a screenshot of his WhatsApp, how many he had blocked up to 300 people. He said his life has to be lighter for him to be happier. He realizes that he needs to curate his company and his content. So some of you might need to apply a one strike rule. One strike rule. Don't let anybody put you under pressure. Don't let. Even if I do, please. Me talking to you, put you under pressure. Mute me. Unfollow. Block if you have to. Your mind is more important at this time. So that's it for today. And I hope you guys have a great week and a great day.